Hey! Okay, today I'm making a big batch of soap today, and I've started on Christmas. I'm just about to start for my just my Christmas soaps. I want to get them out of the way because I'm using these big molds, and I'm probably going to do about 8 or 9 big batches. So I just want to get it out of the way so that when the soap's made, I can focus on all the other products because it's just a lot easier to do it that way. Okay, so this soap, I've got my colours mixed already, and I'm using white as my base. Surprise, surprise. Then I'm really low down here. I'm on a funny little stool that was my sister's. It's a turtle. Okay, colours. Black grape. I'm using black grape from Mike and Mama. I'm using, this is just for a swirl inside. I'm using Forest Gold, which is also by Mike and Mama. That's like a really nice green with a gold shift. I'm using Strawberry Red, also from Mike and Mama. It's like a sort of dusky rosy pink. And then gold, and the gold I'm using is from Nurture, and it's called Golden Shimmer. So from Nurture Soap Supplies. I've still got some of that one left. So those are my 4 swirl colours against a white background. And I'm making, did I even mention what I was making? I'm making Giggle Water, which is a soap inspired by Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. So I made this last November, so I thought I'm going to bring it back. And this, excuse me, I've just eaten like about a pint of tomatoes. Matt's been growing tomatoes in the garden this year, and you know how it is, they are all ready at the same time. So I've just been eating tomatoes for the last couple of days, and it looks like for the rest of the week they're going to be my lunch, but could be worse. Okay, I love tomatoes, thank God. Okay, so this is like a blackberry and rose and lemon and a slight hint of gin, which is why I'm calling it Giggle Water. I called it Giggle Water last year after being inspired by that movie. So I'm going to get things are very creepy around here at the moment. I'll tell you a few more stories in a little while. Things are getting a bit wild. Okay, so I'm going to go and check my lye water and see if it's cool enough to make this. If not, then I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'm just going to turn you off. Okay, I've got you propped up very high, just so you can see the lye going in and the mixing. I'll turn the sound down. So this is, it makes about 9 to 10 kilos, this. So I've just got it cooled to about room temperature, maybe a little bit less. And I'm just going to lightly stick blend and then separate off those colours. So there's a big old pot. This holds, where's my measurement? I think it's like 19 litres. 19 litres. In there now. So I'm just going to take that off of there, pop it into there, and I'm going to take you back over there so you can see the next bit. Okay, so I'm not going to pour any fragrance in yet. I'm just going to make sure that my colours are poured off. Okay, so I'm just going to use like a jug full, like this small jug size for each colour, and I've got 10 grams of mica in each of those, just so we get a nice intense colour. That's heavy. Okay, so that's our gold and our purple. This is our strawberry red. Whoops. Strawberry red. And then forest gold, which I love. just going to grab a few spoons. So I bought some new spoons from a little local shop. Well, it's kind of local, in Broadway, which is in the Cotswolds. It's a few miles away from here. So I went there one day and I was having a little browse and I came across these spoons. I used to have one years ago that I used every single time I made soap, and somehow I lost it. I don't know whatever happened to it. But they're plastic, but they're really good. So I bought some more, and they came in some lovely colours. I actually gave one to my mum. I asked her if she'd like one of them, and she took my favourite one, which was like a turquoise aquamarine colour, which is my favourite colour. So I reluctantly said, yes, okay, you can have that one. So talking of things going missing, we had some strange stuff happening. It's this time of year, like they always say, like the veil is thin. So if you believe in any of this sort of stuff, you'll be right with me. Okay, on to the purple. So yeah, you'll be right with me, is what I was saying. Sorry, I'm just mixing this. So we had this tube of toothpaste, right? So for the dog, like, don't laugh, the dog has a teeth clean, right? So the one day, Matt says, get me some more doggy toothpaste because we've run out and we need to get some more. So I was like, okay, I'll get some from the pet store. So I go to the pet store, go and pick it up, take it home, and Matt always keeps it in the fridge. I don't know why, it's just where he keeps it. So it's down to him to clean the dog's teeth. That's one thing I don't do. I pick up her poo. I feed her a dinner and I don't do much else. I walk her, sorry, I do. I do most things. She's with me all day. So there's little things that Matt does with the dog that I don't. So he's the tooth cleaning person, right? So the toothpaste goes home and wherever he put it, I don't know what he did with it. But anyway, we just know that its place is always, usually, in the fridge. So I don't think anything of it at all. There's no reason for me to think about it ever again, right? So, hold on, I just need to stick blend this white and I'll come back to the story. Hang on. Okay, so it comes to the time where Matt's about to clean the dog's teeth. So he goes to the fridge. The toothpaste isn't in there. So, where's the dog's toothpaste? I don't know. I don't look after it, I say to him. It's not up to me to put it away, it's up to you. You're the one that cleans her teeth, okay? So he's like, well, I always put it in the fridge. I was like, well, if it's not in the fridge, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is, you know? So he takes the fridge apart, as you do. Well, not the fridge apart, but he takes everything out of the fridge so that he can properly look to find this toothpaste. So he does that. There is no toothpaste tube. It's not there. I always put it in the fridge. I always put it in the fridge. He's going like this to me. I'm thinking, I know you always put it in the fridge, but if it's not there, I don't know where it is because, as you know, I don't touch anything like that. I don't touch the dog's toothpaste. So anyway, a couple of days or weeks actually go by. A couple of weeks go by. Comes back into conversation. I wonder whatever happened to that toothpaste. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. So with that, I take everything out of the fridge and I start looking for it, thinking, you know, sometimes your eyes deceive you. You've missed it. It's obviously got to be there. But I'm going to bring you in so you can see this closer. Okay, so I take out everything out of the fridge so that I can start to look as well. So I'm just going to pour this while I'm talking. So I take out all the vegetable part, you know, like all the bits and pieces, all the things out the side of the door. And I'm thinking to myself, well, this is pretty strange. Like, it's not there. Clearly, it's not there. And I'm like, you know, I really, really, really don't know where that's gone at all. But I know that you do always keep it in the let me just do my pour. You do always keep it in the fridge. So yeah, I don't know. So I started to look upstairs. So I'm thinking, okay, perhaps he's put it upstairs in the bathroom by mistake. It's got to be somewhere, right? So we go and have a look in the bathroom. We start searching and searching and searching, trying to see if it's anywhere else. Look in the bedrooms, look in pots in the living room, anywhere. No, still not showing up. Don't know where it is. Anyway, we leave it a while. It's done our heads in because we just can't find it because it's always kept in the fridge. It's just this weird thing. So last weekend I go and do the shopping at Tesco's, as you do, and I get back and I'm putting all of the shopping away. I get to the fridge. What do you suppose I find in the door where it's always kept? I've always got like a bar of dark chocolate that I keep in the door. So Matt's kept the dog's toothpaste right next to that. And as I've said, it definitely was not there. So Matt's upstairs. This is last Sunday, I think. Yeah, last Sunday. Matt's upstairs. I'm like, Matt, yeah. And I hold it up to him. Look. He's like, oh my God, where was that? So I'm like, in the fridge drawer where you always keep it. He's just like, what the F? I was like, I know, I don't know, I don't get it. I just don't get it. But he's like, you definitely checked, and I definitely checked. Yes, we were in the room together when we checked. So it definitely wasn't there. So we are starting to wonder whether we got a little poltergeist. Or whether my pesky sister who died is coming back to play tricks on us. Who knows, you know, who knows? But Matt's freaking out, like, for the next few days. He's like, that's really done my head in. And I was like, yeah, it did my head in a bit too, but not too much, because, you know, even if it was my sister, I mean, some of you might think I'm crazy here, but even if it was, it's the sort of thing she'd do to us. It's the sort of thing that she would do to not freak us out, but make us laugh in a way, you know? It's the sort of person she was. She was pesky. And we always say, like, whoever dies first, I know this might sound a bit morbid to some, but it's really not. It's not morbid, it's just a fact of life, you know, we're all going to go. But we always said, like, whoever goes first, you make sure that you make us aware that you're still around, you know, that there's something afterwards. So, whether that's her way of doing it, I don't know, but I said you could have thought of something better than the bloody dog toothpaste, you know? But sometimes it's the simplest little things. You might all think I'm crazy, but I don't care, you know? Anyway, this soap's thickened up rather a lot, as you can see. Hang on, I'm going to bang it. Okay. So yeah, we are still just baffled by that, because we had that whole fridge out, like top to bottom, twice. Both of us had done it. But if you're a believer in all this stuff, this time of the year, they always say that the veil is thin. And, you know, Halloween's coming around. Not that that means anything, but yeah, there's some strange old stuff happening. And then in here, I'm constantly losing things, and then they're showing back up again. I'm like putting things down, and then I go back to where I've been working and they're not there, like pens, scissors, tape gun. It's like, it's just constant little things, so much so that you start to think, well, what's going on, you know? Anywho, I don't know what I'm going to do with this top now, but that's a bit of a mess. Give me my little spoons. I'm just going to, oh no, that's really hard. Look at that. Okay, maybe I might leave this. I can't even move it. Okay, I think I might have to leave it as it is. Which is a shame, because I've got like, it's sort of sloping at the side. There's nothing I can do. It's rock hard, like, it's rock hard. Okay, I don't want to touch it. So we'll leave that as it is. It'll probably look quite nice when it's cut anyway. But yeah, what do you think about these things? I don't, you know, I like spooky stories. I've been listening to this podcast called Spooked for the last couple of weeks, and some of these stories are like, yeah, you might think that people are crazy when they talk about this stuff, but I'll bet you any money that most people in the world have had an experience of some kind with regards to this sort of stuff. Something that you can't explain, something that can't be explained. So if you had spooky experiences, leave them in the comments section below, because I would be absolutely intrigued to hear your stories. I really, really would. I'm serious. Like, leave me comments in the comments down below and let me know what you've experienced, because I love this kind of thing. I love it. Just I've got probably a few more stories I could tell you about things like this. If you're interested, we'll go down that route for Halloween. That might be quite nice. We could do some spooky stories. But I've never, well, actually I was just going to say I've never experienced anything horrible, but I actually have. But that will be one of my stories if we want to go down that route. So you let me know. Anyway, this is Giggle Water. As you can see, it looks like a Jackson Pollock piece of art, which is kind of cute. And I'll be back for the cut on this one tomorrow. And yeah, leave me some comments below and we'll start having some little chats about people's experiences with these weird and wonderful things. Okay, so I will see you in the morning. Good morning. We are going to cut this now. So it's the next day. And I just got back from a dog walk, as I usually do when I start making a video. That's usually what I've just done. So, this morning I was in the garden and there was a hummingbird hawk moth in my garden. So I Instagrammed it. I'll try and insert a clip here, but this thing, I've never seen one before. And I was like, oh my god, look, it's got like little tendrils coming off the front of it. And then it started chasing me. You know how moths like to get in your hair, so there's like, yeah, if I can find this funny clip, I'll stick it in. You can see, but that was interesting. There was a load of bees. Like, there's not many flowers left in the garden now because the time of year and all that, but there were a load of bees, and then I saw Bridie Whippet. She started sniffing at something because she'll go after bugs and things like that. Then all of a sudden I'm like, what the hell's that? That's huge. And I thought it was a hornet at first, but got closer and then realised I was thinking, is that a hawk moth? I'm pretty sure that's a hawk moth. It's a hummingbird hawk moth. So they hover like a hummingbird as they feed on the nectar. So it's really interesting to see. So yeah, I just managed to grab my phone. I was like, oh my god, get my phone, and then it chased me. I think they know when you're scared, so they come at you. Oh, anyway, let's cut this from yesterday. This smells so good. It's like a real lemon scented rose, and then it's like, it's hard to say that it smells like gin, but it kind of does. You get that citrusy gin note in this, with a slight hint of those blackberries. So it's really nice. It's actually more autumnal than it is winter, but by the time this is ready, it'll be like Halloween. So Halloween, it's kind of still the autumn coming into winter, I guess. So it'll work. With soap, it doesn't really matter anyway. It's like we do seasonal stuff, but I mean all year round, does it really matter what scents you use? Not really. Let me just have a sip of coffee. So, we need to chop it into lumps first, and then we need to cut it into bars. So, I got my lard chopper. I have to keep changing the size of this. If I do like larger batches of the wider bars, then I have to keep putting the different size blocks in, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. It's not too much of a pain, it's not hard. Let me just scrape this out of the way. I've just mopped the floor, so I need to make sure I don't go flying. Okay, so let's chop into logs. Oh, there's a heavy block of soap. We should have some nice swirlage inside. There we go. Here we are. Here is the first bar off the first log. The other ones are wonky. I need to chop them so that they're the right size. Okay. I love the top of this actually. Now that it's all done, I think it actually looks really, really pretty with that random top. It's actually really nice. So yeah, I like it. So what else is on the agenda for today? In a minute I'm going to go sweep outside because there are leaves everywhere. Then I've got some orders I need to pack, and then I'm going to be making some more soap again. So today I think I'm going to make Snowdrift, just because it's a plain white one. I don't need to film that because you've seen it before. It's literally just a plain white soap that smells like oatmeal, milk and honey. So I'm going to do that one for Christmas. I've got, I think it's about 8 or 9, like I said, to finish for Christmas production, and then I'll be back onto general catalogue and limited edition stuff. This is super pretty. Look at those colours. I like how the gold stands out. It comes out like yellowish gold. It stays sort of true to itself. And you know when you wet soaps that have got micas in, you get that lovely shimmery effect. Well, I've got a few favourites. I really like Whisper Audios. She's a British girl and I really like her. And I like Jen Unboxing. Jen ASMR Unboxing. She did a haul on some of my products a while back. I really like her. And I used to really like Pig's Bum 53, but I'm not really that keen because she doesn't do videos like she used to. So they used to be really good and now I'm just like, now I've got a few of my favourites of hers, but they're not that great. And then another one that I really do like is Tingle Fix ASMR. She's really good. Really good. Let's just do one more. So yeah, what I watch on YouTube is pretty much ASMR, weird and wonderful conspiracy theory stuff, or spiritual things, or just life videos, you know, all kinds of things about life and life after death. Obviously I watch lots and lots of different documentaries on things like that, and I really, one of my favourite people to watch and somebody that really helps me to relax about all this stuff. That's really nice. I like that sort of sparseness of the swirls. That's pretty. Yeah, one lady that I really like to watch, she just makes me feel better every time I watch her, is Dolores Cannon. She's actually dead, but she's got some amazing videos. If you're into that kind of thing, she will really help explain what it's all about. I mean, nobody really knows, you know, but she's just really good. But she's got some really good theories, and she's just a really nice lady to watch. And it's like sitting in a room with your granny listening to them talk, you know. She's just great. So I really like her. And I'm waiting at the moment for the new Shane Dawson series. That's going to be interesting with Jeffree Star. I don't know if the whole thing is about Jeffree Star or whether it's just one episode that's about Jeffree Star. I'm not really sure. But that looks interesting. And of course, We've been waiting for a long time for the next Shane Dawson instalment, but I do like what he does. I like his conspiracy stuff. It can sometimes be a bit over the top and a bit daft, but I don't mean daft as in what he thinks or what he says. I mean their behaviour. It's just because I'm older and sometimes I'm like, oh God, give it a rest. Just get to the point, you know. But I do like watching him. I think he's a good YouTuber. He puts a lot of work into those videos. I think it's great that people make money from YouTube, don't you? Like to actually make a living. I'm nowhere near that, but I do make a little bit of money every month that helps go towards bills and things and camera equipment and things like that, like I said. But yeah, I mean, people that make their living on it is incredible, really, isn't it? That you can actually do that these days. Anywho, I'm going to finish my coffee. It's a bit of a boring video today, sorry. But I are a bit hot and I've got a couple more things to finish here. So I will get this uploaded and see you somewhere over the rainbow.